Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, we are returning to a series that I used to do pretty frequently that hasn't been featured on my channel in a long time, and that is our Minecraft Showcase series. In this video, we are going to be looking at not one, but two really awesome Minecraft builds by a creator that I have showcased on the channel before, Commented. If you enjoy, be sure to leave a like on the video. Commented is a Minecraft creator that is fairly well known in the city building community and is best known for their amazing recreations of naval vessels from all over the world and throughout many different eras. In this video, we're going to be looking at two naval cruisers that the Royal Netherlands Navy utilized during the Second World War. Both ships have been sunk in different ways, which we will be getting into later in the video. Today, we're going to be looking at each of the ships and giving you information about the specs and history of both. For those of you who are interested in seeing more of Commenter's work, you can check the description for a link to their Planet Minecraft page. The first ship that we are going to be looking at is Her Netherland Majesty's ship Sumatra. HNLMS Sumatra was a Java-class cruiser that was built during the First World War but did not see any action in that conflict. However, the ship did see action during the Second World War, and the story of its demise is a very interesting one. Construction on the Sumatra began on July 15, 1916, and the ship was launched on December 29, 1920, by Queen Wilhelmina, I think I said that right, of Netherlands, but the ship was not commissioned by the Dutch Navy until 1926. This is because the turbines intended for the Sumatra were destroyed in a fire at the shipyard in Amsterdam on May 31, 1922. The ship was finally commissioned by the Dutch Navy on May 26, 1926. Sumatra had a length of 155.3 meters, a beam of 16 meters, a draught of 6.22 meters, and a maximum speed of 31 knots. The ship had a range of 4,340 nautical miles at a speed of 12 knots, and had a full complement of 526. The armament featured 10 Bofors 150mm guns, 6 Bofors 44mm anti-aircraft guns, and 8 Browning 50 cal machine guns. Lastly, the ship carried 2 Fokker floatplanes. HNLMS Sumatra saw various service activities during the 1920s and 30s that included largely missions in the area of the Dutch East Indies, but included sailing through New York City, the Panama Canal, and San Francisco. On June 18, 1930, she was recommissioned after an extensive refit in Surabaya, the capital city of the Indonesian province of East Java, after a turbine was damaged. On July 28th, the ship returned to Surabaya for repairs after a fire in the boiler room caused during speed trials. While on exercises with the destroyers De Ruyter and Evertsen and 5 submarines, Sumatra was stranded on an uncharted reef near the island of Kebuto, a small Indonesian island, on May 14, 1931. 3 days later, she was pulled by Somba and a tug. Afterwards, she was towed to Surabaya for repairs until September 21st. Sumatra remained in the area of East Java until June 8, 1938, when it sailed back to the Netherlands and performed convoy duties during the Spanish Civil War in the Strait of Gibraltar. As World War II began, we begin to learn about the demise of the ship, which was ultimately a deliberate decision. As the German army overran the Netherlands in May of 1940, the ship left for England and was used to transport Princess Juliana of Netherlands and her daughters to Halifax, where they remained during the Second World War. During the fall of 1940, Sumatra made her way to the Dutch East Indies, where she was immediately laid up for an extensive overhaul. This overhaul was not completed in January 1942, when the war with Japan began. Sumatra was quickly recommissioned and manned largely by midshipmen and capable of only 50 knots. She made her way to Ceylon, Sri Lanka. Later that year, she made her way to Britain, where she was laid up in Portsmouth. Ultimately, problems with her propulsion made her unfit for frontline duties, and as a result, she was transferred to the Royal Navy on April 29, 1944. Sumatra was scuttled, or deliberately sunk, off of the coast of Normandy on June 9, 1944, as part of Operation Overlord, which included the construction of an artificial harbor to facilitate the rapid offloading of cargo during the invasion of Normandy. The second ship that we'll be looking at in this video faced a more unfortunate demise than its sister ship, but had many of the same characteristics. This ship, the HNLMS Java, was built in Flushing, Netherlands, and began construction on May 31, 1916. The ship was launched on August 6, 1921, and was commissioned by the Dutch Navy on May 1, 1925. Much like its sister ship, Java was tasked largely with missions in the Dutch East Indies. The ship's characteristics are almost identical to the Sumatra. Java had a length of 153.3 meters, a beam of 16 meters, a draught of 6.22, and a maximum speed of 31 knots. The ship, like the Sumatra, had a range of 4,340 nautical miles at a speed of 12 knots, and the ship had a full complement of 526. However, the armament featured 10 Bofors 150mm guns, 8 Bofors 44mm anti-aircraft guns, and 8 Browning 50 cal machine guns. Java carried 2 Fokker planes as well, much like the Sumatra. HNLMS Java remained in the Dutch East Indies until April 1, 1937, when it was returned to the Netherlands to perform convoy duties during the Spanish Civil War in the Strait of Gibraltar. After 7 months of refit in the Netherlands, she left for the Dutch East Indies on May 4, 1938. Along the way, she performed convoy duties in the Strait of Gibraltar from May 10th to May 13th. On October 13th, 1938, she collided with HNLMS Piet Hein, a destroyer, in the Sunda Strait off the coast of Indonesia. Java had to be repaired at Surabaya as a result. As the war with Japan began in December 1941, Java performed convoy duties in conjunction with British forces. On February 15, 1942, Java was attacked by Japanese bombers, although no damage was sustained. On February 19th, the American, British, Dutch, and Australian naval forces sailed to Bali to attempt to disrupt Japanese landings there, and the Java took part in the Battle of Badug Strait. In this action, fire was exchanged with the Japanese, but the Java took no damage. On February 27, 1942, Java took part in the Battle of the Java Sea. During the evening phase of that battle, she was struck by a long-lance torpedo fired from the Japanese cruiser Nashi. The torpedo detonated an aft magazine and blew the stern off the ship, causing flooding in the aft engine room and setting fire to the anti-aircraft deck. As the ship took a heavy list to port, the flooding caused the electrical equipment to shut down. The crew abandoned ship and the Java sank about 15 minutes after being struck by the torpedo. 512 of her crew lost their lives in that sinking. That is going to be everything for this video. I thought that these 2 ships were definitely worth showcasing to you guys. Thank you to Commented for allowing me to have a look at them before they were made public for download. If you do want to check out these ships and more, be sure to be subscribed to Commented on Planet Minecraft, which will be linked in the description of this video. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy and you were a new viewer, be sure to hit that subscribe button to catch future content on the channel. If you're a returning viewer and you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and share the channel with your friends. If you're looking for more ways to support the channel, you can check the description of my video for a link tree which includes my Patreon. That is going to be everything. Thank you all for watching. My name is Gamefruitpulp, and this has been a Minecraft Showcase video. See you all next time. Have a good one.